Hello everybody, Chris Rice Killatia here at PAX South 2020, and we're here with Fred of 3D Realms. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good, thanks.
No problem, and we're checking out Wrath Aeons of Ruin here. Tell us a little bit about the game.
Yeah, so Wrath Aeon of Ruin is especially a spiritual successor to the original Quake from 1996. It's made in the same engine by people who never stopped working with the Quake engine. It's made by a group called Killatia, who are a collection of the best mappers, modders, texture artists, level designers you can imagine, who worked with the original Quake engine back when the game came out. So the game is an extremely fast-paced, hardcore first-person shooter, taking place in this dark fantasy world. Some people have called the game the Darksoul of first-person shooters, which is a very fitting name for Quake. You play as the Outlander, and you're tasked to take down 3 guardians who protect this ancient world you're visiting. The game is full of extreme weapons, crazy grotesque monsters, tons of different abilities, artifacts. It's just a very, very unique game. It's made to not only feel and look like the original Quake, but exceed it in many ways. We have 20 years more experience in game design now than they did back when they did the original games that this is so heavily inspired by. So a lot of improvements overall to the original formula.
Yeah, so you mentioned that it's built on the original Quake engine. I'm just curious, since it was made on like an old engine, have they actually attempted to play the game on like even older machines, or have there been like so much enhancements to it that like it's possible to do?
Yeah, so there's been added a lot of enhancements to the original engine since 1996, just to make it a bit more easy to work with and less of a hassle to run on modern machines. The game is now exclusively 64-bit, so just by that it won't be able to run on older machines, unfortunately. And then we add a lot of features, like the game itself has levels that take up towards an hour and a half to go through. So the levels are massive in the game. In the original Quake, you couldn't have levels that big. They were pretty tiny. So that's one of the advancements of the original game that we heavily improved upon.
And I noticed that there was a system in place called tethering here.
Yeah.
Can you explain to us about that?
Yeah, so the Soul Tether is basically our version of saving in the game. So the Soul Tether is it's a placeable respawn point. It's basically a point where you place a Soul Tether, and that's where you will respawn when you die. So saving now becomes much more of a tactical decision. Instead of just spamming quick save all the time, you're actually placing this point where you want to respawn when you die. So that's the Soul Tether system. It's our kind of unique way of saving in the game. It's part of the artifact system. We have a range of different artifacts in the game that do different things. There's one that takes away 90% of your health, but makes you invincible for 10 seconds. We have an artifact that makes you breathe underwater, one that can make you fly, and so on.
Okay, and as far as the weapons concerned, we saw a few during our gameplay. We saw the blade, we got like a tri-barrel pistol, and then like a shotgun. What kind of weaponry can we expect?
Oh, tons of different weapons. So the weapons that are in the early access version here are kind of the basics. Every first-person shooter needs some kind of melee, some kind of shotgun, some kind of rapid-fire gun. So all of that is in this. All the weapons after this are going to be completely crazy, unique, and very, very sexy. Where one of them is actually in here, which is the Red Shirt, which is this weird-looking green thing that shoots these blobs. Has 2 fire modes. One shoots 1 big blob that bounces off walls and explodes. The other one shoots 3 that explodes on impact. We can expect a ton of crazy weapons. We want to make sure that we kept the basics in there. So those type of weapons that every hardcore first-person shooter fan knows and expects. And then after that, we can go completely crazy and experiment with tons of different features.
Okay, so you say that the game is like in early access at the moment. So how much of the game do you think players are able to experience right now, and how much more do you hope to add by the time it exits early access?
So on our Steam page, we have a roadmap that shows what will be added. This is not the traditional early access where we give you kind of an unfinished beta of a game. What you play in early access is completely finalized and polished. Of course, if we get a lot of player feedback that something needs to be changed or fixed, we'll do that. But it's a finalized, polished experience where you get access to the first full hub world and 2 levels in that hub world. And you can experience these levels in any order you'd like. The full game will have 3 full hubs and 5 levels for each with 3 bosses. So 15 levels in total, 3 full hubs.
Awesome, and when can we expect the game to come out on the Steam Early Access? And can we expect the game to be released on any other platforms as well?
Yes, so the game is coming out later this year, and it's coming out on Xbox, PlayStation, Switch, and PC.
Awesome, well thank you very much. Nice talking to you.
Absolutely.
And thank you for watching, and keep it here for more PAX South coverage.